Alright, hello everybody. It is Saturday, May 11th? Yeah, May 11th. What we're gonna do is just go over what I'm looking at for this upcoming week, and, that's really it. I mean, towards the end, we'll talk about what the hell Netflix did on Thursday, Priceline, and LinkedIn on Friday, but when we get there, we get there. Alright, as I mentioned in the last video on Wednesday, the way that I kind of thought they were going to run this fade setup is thought they were going to give us an inside day, chop us out, try and keep everybody from going short. And if you looked at the intraday 5-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute chart for Friday, that's kind of exactly what they did. We didn't break the high, we didn't break the low. We stayed inside. They chopped us lower most of the day and then ripped us back higher towards the end of the day. Makes it real hard for someone to get a short because of that end of day rip. If they had a short going into the morning, they most likely had to cover it because they thought that we were going to run past that high and just keep going. I mean, my chart's been overextended for a couple days now. What is it now? Like 4 or 5 days, something like that. But it looks like, based on what I was expecting as far as how they were going to do this, it looks like we are going to get that fade setup that we've been waiting on. My target for this SPY is 161.37. We should hit right around there with like a 10-cent diversion, and then either bounce. If we break that, then we kind of talked about that in the other videos, what the plan is, but we'll address that if and when we get there. Netflix pulled a huge move on freaking Thursday. Those 215 contracts went from 22 cents to over $4 on Thursday, and then the 220s went from 20 cents to over $4, or no, over $3 on Friday, which was nice to see. And then the market just crapped out, and Netflix just didn't do anything after that. For Netflix, I do kind of like the long setup. I think that it's got another good day in it before it comes back. Although it does look more increasingly like it's going to kind of work with what the broad market's going to do. So I'm actually going to do something I don't usually like to do, but I'm going to post 2 targets here for Netflix. One of 222, which is that big resistance, and the other at 210. It kind of depends on what she wants to do, as far as if she wants to play along with the broad market or if she wants to just do her own damn thing. So that's why I'm going to do that. Amazon has just been an absolute monster these past couple of days, which we like to see for sure. Great trading there. Not really any abnormal volume. It is getting accumulation, but I do like the short side of this for right now, at least until this market kind of bottoms out and decides to bounce again. Mind you, I am looking for this short setup. So with that being said, I think as far as a high, probably 264 and change. 0.25. But then I'm looking for that short setup of my first target would be probably 255s, 256, and then we'll kind of just look at it from there. That should be a good one. LinkedIn had a great short setup on Friday. Unfortunately, it was like the second half of the day, so you couldn't really do much with it. LinkedIn's kind of bottomed here. I don't really expect much movement out of her right now, especially with this market looking like it wants to come back a bit. But I will say, when we do get back to full strength bull mode, and by that I mean probably Wednesday, Thursday of this upcoming week, unless the SPY just wants to keep rip roaring its way up to new highs. But if we do get the setup that I'm expecting here, LinkedIn will probably be one of the stocks that leads us on the way back. In my opinion, I do kind of think that's a situation we're looking at with LinkedIn at least. So I'm going to just put that on the back burner for now, and we'll deal with that towards midweek this upcoming week. Oh, Google, new high after new high after new high. This baby's been rip-roaring, and it's going to give us a spectacular short when the time comes. Oh, excuse me. Didn't really get much sleep last night. My first target, I mean, I kind of have to, this is, there's no easy way to do this, only because Google's pulls such huge moves, but then I say like a 30-point target, and I feel like an ass when I say it. So I will do this. I'm going to say that the first target is 266.83. Hold on a sec. 266.83. But then my whole, like, what I'm really looking for is a move right to this Keltner channel line here, but a little bit higher. So it's really, sorry, that was 866, not 2. But it's the real move I'm looking for is 850.85. Usually after a real long extension like this, we saw it with Priceline 3 weeks ago, I think it was now. Wow, 3 weeks ago. Once they break out like this, they usually like to come back into this Keltner channel, and that's usually where we nail them, and that's usually where the huge freaking money play is. If we were to just look at the 850s, I guess, yeah, we'll look at the 855s, hopefully. If we were to look at those, I mean, right away I could probably tell you that they're priced around $1, maybe $1 and change. Oh, wow, 2. Alright, so they're a little bit more expensive than I like, but that's alright. The 850s are alright. I can rock with the 850s, but I guess it takes money to make money, right, folks? Apple kind of already started this little downtrend here, which I do like. I like a move to 446.95. It's not really a crazy target right now, but 6.95. If we can get there and have it break with volume, we'll probably land somewhere in here before another bounce, but we'll deal with that when the time comes. This Priceline was just a fucking monster on earnings. You got, last figure I heard, it was like something like 99 or 95% institutional ownership. So it's very controlled, very manipulated. I'm not even going to come up with a target on it right now, because I personally think it'll just chop out Monday, Tuesday. But we'll see. I mean, we could look at the rest of the tech stocks I watch, but I don't really want to do that right now. So what I'm going to do is just going to get over to the banks. The banks have been really, really lagging the past couple of days. Especially this Goldman Sachs. Obviously, my target's going to be this midline here, 144.81. I've been working on a sector rotation model. just based on what I've been seeing in the market, and these banks and this tech and those sectors seem to be playing with each other in the sense that when one wants to go and be heavy and a big long, the other one kind of just sits back and leads the other side down. So these banks are definitely something that's keeping my eyes real busy right now as I'm looking for the short setup. Citigroup, another short setup. First target would be 47.52. Then from there we'd be getting into the lines here, 46.66, but we'll deal with that if we get there. Bank of America finally got over 13 and created a new high. Unfortunately, I want to short the piss out of it. If I had to create a target, Bank of America is not something that's really going to pull a huge move. If I had to create a target, it would probably be 1250s in there, but that's not even worth the time right now. Visa had that huge earnings move that paid people huge. I like Visa, but I like it to 175.12, around there. 5.12. If that breaks, if that happens, then we could get another fade from there into the 160s, but we'll see. AIG, another one that doesn't really pull any big moves, so we're not going to come up with a target for it, but excuse me. I do like referencing a lot of these banking sectors and stuff like that, just to see what other input I can get. I will say though, this cat, we don't really talk about the cat a lot, but this cat doesn't have any real support until 85, 84, and that's something that we haven't played cat, and I don't think we've played cat since I started this webcast, but that is a great short setup right there before another leg higher. Wow, I like that, and I'm willing to bet that these contracts are not that expensive right now. Holy shit. The cat 85 puts are 19 cents. Wow. That is fantastic. That's awesome. But then again, cat's not really one to pull a huge move, which is why there's no volatility. So, but that's actually something that's probably going to be up most of the day for me on Monday, just to see what happens. All right, so that's all I really have as far as what I'm watching, what I'm looking for, what I'm expecting. If the SPY comes out on Monday and just rip roars to a new high right off the open or in pre-market, if it happens in pre-market, I'm probably still looking for the short setup. If it happens off that open before 10 a.m., then I got to just look at what's going on by each sector and go from there, and then I'll update the targets and the lists accordingly. Also, I've created a 3K challenge because I'm extremely bored lately. I'm just finishing up my semester, so I'm going to be around a lot. Got nothing really to do besides trade, and I like to have fun and see what we can and cannot accomplish. So with that being said, I'm starting up a 3K challenge, and the way it's going to work is $3,000 in an account. You could do it with 2 or 1 if you want, and the goal is 3 weeks, minimum of $30,000. So that's a 1,000% increase. Last time we did this was before I started the webcast. We did a $200 challenge, and in 10 days, we did $200 to 2K, and then 2 days later it was 2K to 6K, and then we stopped the challenge because nobody wanted to do it from there anymore. But winner gets a prize. So if you're interested in that, hit me up on Twitter, email, whatever, and we'll go from there. All right, Options Trader New Jersey, and I will see you.